Hello. Hello. I totally missed the cue. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Guardians of Parna off the table thing where we play Dungeons and Dragons and you watch us. We're so glad to have you after us being gone again.
Hey, Boom, welcome to streaming.
Yeah, I've never done this before, so I'm a little nervous. Yes.
What episode is it?
42.
Woohoo! The ultimate episode of Life, the Universe, and Everything.
Yes. Exactly. We'll see what happens, but it should be good. It'll be good. I don't really have any announcements except Live the Games stream is back up, and they are playing on Saturdays, and they're uploading to the Off the Table YouTube, and they just started back into Storm King's Thunder, started with Storm King's Thunder, and their game went over into there, so you should go check that out. And they play live on Saturdays, and then Path Most Resistance is actually finishing up their campaign, and they're going to take a break, so you can go check all that out on Gabby's channel, which is below, and it uploads to YouTube as well. Anything else that we need to tell the people besides welcome back?
Yeah. I know we were all hyped and all excited about the Tal'Dorei campaign to come. Unfortunately, I've had some life events happen, and I'm not going to be able to dedicate the time to be able to run Tal'Dorei like we had all hoped and wanted. Maybe in the future, but we just wanted to let you guys know as well that it was a decision that I had to let the group know, and it's cool. We are going to hopefully have another campaign going soon that will be DM'd by Mr. Zaris, sir.
Excellent. This will also just to let everybody know, it's so Boom can play too. Boom does, it's good to give the DM a break. So
Boom can harass me every time about my rolls and then ask to see them.
Yes.
I plan on it.
I know.
How can I make a character that tops Zan Falcon? Well, I've got weeks to think about it.
We should compare, because I have an idea for a character too, and I don't want them to conflict. So
excellent. Well, we'll talk about that off time.
Rules lawyer for this one.
Yeah, we're excited. We'll let you guys know as details come out for that, what we're looking at for that. But just so you guys are all aware, that is what we're doing. So currently, Guardians of Parna will play when we don't have other life conflicts, and we'll try to keep you up to date as much as possible on that. But today we're free, and this is our new time. I did forget that. This is our new time. So 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're an hour back for Central, and so on and so forth. Or if you're across the pond, it's later than that. So just do your math accordingly. Just do your math accordingly. All I know is that it starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, and you'll have to...
Time zones, how do they work?
And are those the only choices?
Later, yeah.
Yep. It's either 3 o'clock, it's later than that, or it's earlier than that. That's all I know. That's all I know.
You're not going to do every individual time zone in the world?
I don't think we have time for... No one wants to see me figure that out.
No, I think actually we do want to see you figure that out.
I think that would be awesome.
Maybe we'll release a YouTube video where I figure out when the game...
Don't forget to add in the European Daylight Savings Time or not, and add in the American Daylight Savings Time or not, depending on where the viewer is.
Like I said, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast is the best time to watch us, and we will be playing Guardians of Parna Dungeons and Dragons. So, with all that being said, let's see where we left off, because I should know. You guys, oh geez, what did happen? Oh yes, I remember now. You lost your friend, Bearwolf, and you climbed back down the hole, and you were attacked.
Now, friend is a strong word.
Acquaintance.
Lost is a strong word.
Fellow guardian.
What you mean is he just ran away.
He left in a big flash ball of light with the beholder's body. That's all.
Stole my loot.
Probably. So you guys descended back through the beholder's lair, encountered a couple of Ogatoths, and dispatched them. Noisily made your way to where you knew the fungus was to make it grow and to teleport out, of which KT got a little impatient and took Lockley from you and dimension doored away. And you guys made it to the surface, where you took some time to inspect your portal at the bottom of the Crazy Wisp that has changed, and what ways you don't know. So you sent a message to the Crazy Wisp in Stillwater. Guys did try to resurrect
Rafi.
Rafi. I was going to call him Rafiki because of X. He calls him Rafiki every time. Rafi. And you were unsuccessful because you felt that the soul was not going to return to the new body that your spell would provide. And then you were hit with a dream, and you guys discussed plans of journeying to the plane of fire, where you Zines have been told to seek out Serenity's Peak, a large volcano, to complete your trial as a druid. And that's kind of where you guys left yourselves. So you are in. I don't remember if you guys. I don't think you rested at the end of the day. I think it's pretty early in the day. You guys were talking things over at breakfast, and then we ended. So it's pretty early in the day. You guys have had breakfast. You're all nestled together and ready to go around the breakfast table with whatever plans you set out or decide to do. So the day is yours.
I thought that we were heading towards the portal, the Keepers of Magic, to portal to the town that has the good library to look up things about the mountain.
Yes. You did discuss that, and you can be on your way if that's still what you want to do. I do remember that, yeah.
I go anywhere Chad goes.
I go anywhere Zines goes.
Zines goes anywhere that Chad goes.
We're just walking around in a circle. To the bath. This is weird.
And Edna's over there like, who are these people?
So we're going to the library?
Yeah, because I don't know how to get to the plane of fire.
If only you had a warlock that, could just step around on planes.
Well, if I remember correctly, he had to have been there before to go there.
He may have already been there.
That's possible. But as you can see, he's missing.
Says so right on the screen.
Where's the library at?
Rockfin, I think?
That's the library that you guys have been told has a decent amount of books.
Is that because it's Dragonkin?
It's one of the bigger cities. It's been around a little longer than Parna.
So I remember we had a contact there at the bar, but didn't we sneak out of there and steal somebody last time we were there?
No, we brought the Keeper of Magic with us, and he had a gambling thing with somebody there. I think it was playing games. Then we took him with us and brought him back, I think.
No. I swore that some shenanigans went on last time we were there.
Last time you guys were there, yes, you were tracking down the dark mages that were attempting assassination plots to the different leaders of the cities.
And that was the second time we were there, right? Because the
second
first time is when we stole the body of that one guy and left with it.
You guys were seeking out Chafa, and yeah, you snatched him up out of that fighting pit, and you guys somehow got away. Huh?
I said walked home with him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that in my mind I have the right place. I like that place.
Yes,
It has good quiche.
There's a lot of Dragonborn there. Yes.
To Rockfin?
First, we need to go to the bank real quick, though. Just need to make a small little withdrawal.
From your personal account?
From the Guardian's account.
For what?
To pay for the Keepers of Magic, because they're getting feisty with us, just constantly expecting free transportation. I was going to give them 100 gold to transport us.
Do you know how
No.
many times we've saved those guys' lives?
And the entire town, we should not have to pay.
Well, I shouldn't have to pay to bring people back from the dead, but I still have to buy ingredients for it.
Not if
Yeah,
we
but
had a-
they don't need ingredients.
Yeah, they do.
They have all that magical stuff. They can magic their ingredients. If only we had something
Well,
that could magically create ingredients for
Then
things.
you go there on your own. I'm going to go to the bank and get 100 gold. And
Okay.
guarantee I get there.
I give
Hold my
Zine,
pants.
I give Zines
I'll be
100
back.
gold.
No one is holding your pants.
I set my pants down lightly, neatly folded, and I head off to the Keepers of Magic.
Pantsless.
Yes, and striding like really gaunt strides. Like,
Okay. Are you still wearing your pants armor, or are you just like naked down
Boxering.
there?
think
Boxer.
of like. Never mind. I can't do this. I put my pants back on.
Thank you.
Okay. Is Chill in or out of the orb?
He's been out of the orb for a while.
I'm just making sure. That's fine.
That's why we had to kill that other guy. No, that's not why we had to kill the other guy.
He was,
That was
kind of
going in was why we had to kill the other guy.
all right, so you guys start heading down towards the Keepers of Magic and their location building, but the bank first, right?
No, I can give her 100 gold.
So you start heading down towards the Keepers of Magic. The weather today is kind of chilly. It's a bit nippy as it is getting more into fall, and so being off the coast, there's those breezes that hit you, and it's just getting colder as it's well into fall. So as you guys like walk down, people are starting to bundle up and just showing signs that they are becoming more acclimated to the weather. And you're getting closer, and you're not really seeing any wizards close. Sometimes there's keepers that are walking in and out, but as you approach and you get in front, the doors seem closed. There's no attendant outside, and it looks like the building is not currently open for public.
We're not public. We're guardians, so. At least that's what I think Zan would say.
Hello.
People are still walking by in the street, but there's no keeper outside that's usually posted, and the doors are shut and appear locked.
I checked to see if they're really locked.
Like you pull on them.
Push, pull, whatever.
Okay, you give it a good tug. They appear to be locked. They are not opening.
Do you want me to try to pick it with my skills? Probably shouldn't just start breaking into people's things.
No, we got to check on them. What if something happened?
I knock on the door in an intimidating fashion.
Okay, so you give a couple hard knocks on the door, and you wait 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You don't hear any shuffling. It doesn't sound like anyone's coming to attend to the door. You kind of look both sides. This place appears to be shut down, locked up. No one's home.
Are there windows that I can look in?
Not on the front side of the building.
Are there on the back side of the building or the sides of the building?
It appears no, but it is a 2-story building. It looks like at the on the second story near the back, there's a couple of windows.
I pick Zinies up and hold her up to the window.
Well, no, this is like, it's like, you know, like
I stand on my
15, 20
toes.
feet. She can't quite see in on your
Bend
shoulders.
over and hunched over and all fours, and Chad can stand on top of my back, and Zinies can crawl up Chad.
Or, you know, before Chad drops me or something on accident,
You'll be fine.
I'll just whip out the carpet and hover up the rest of the way.
Oh,
So,
ever since she's got that rug, she has no need for us.
so Zan Falcon goes on his fours. Chad stands on his back, and you guys watch. And Zaides just levitates up to the window, around the back of the building.
See,
Zaides-
if Tom was here, he could have stacked us.
You are correct.
Zaides going to make a perception check.
Oh, hold on. My antivirus software's popping up. 1 second.
Something that happens every day in Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. What am I making? What check?
Perception.
Perception. Hey, I'm actually decent at this. Maybe. Hey, 27.
Okay, as you take your hands and kind of look in, there is a window, and the window appears to lock from the inside. But from what you can see, this is what looks like another study. You guys have never really been on the second floor, so there are bookcases lined, and it looks like there's a couple of desks for studying, but they are completely wiped clean. You don't see any papers. There's no books on them. You see a couple of chairs that have been pushed in, and there's a door at the far side of the room that is shut. So this room is currently vacant, but you don't see any signs of people or like anyone has been here recently.
Okay, so you said that the chairs were scooted in like they were put there properly, not just like tossed and the room was knocked over or anything.
Correct.
Okay, so it just looks like they put away the room and left politely.
Yeah.
Okay, I will lower myself back down onto Chad's shoulders, put my carpet away, and be like,
I got you.
There's nothing up there. I don't see anything.
No trouble?
No, it looks fairly clean. Like nothing's knocked over. It doesn't look like they were broken into or anything. No scuffles or anything.
Okay, I lower Zinies down and then I hop down.
Hop off of Zan's back.
What's the door made out of?
The front door is metal.
What type of metal?
I mean, it's a pretty thick iron.
Okay.
Maybe we should go see Tokar Wallow and see if he knows why the Keepers of Magic are closed. Maybe they're snowbirds and went north for the winter. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe portals don't work when it gets cold. I don't know how things work.
Or who knows? Maybe they're off on some business. I don't know.
Maybe they're lying in wait to surprise us with a surprise party for saying thank you for saving us so many times.
Maybe they had their own beholder and just went off to the Feywild.
So they're beheld?
Ash, I hope you're keeping count on the pun counter.
Let's go ask a Tokar, see what they say.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go check in on Wallow.
So you guys kind of go around the building, and as you're starting to walk towards the Tower District, which is fairly close, just north, you do see two keepers in their blue robes, and they seem to be carrying a box, and they're walking towards you guys.
Do they look like they're struggling with the box?
Yes.
I offer to help and pick up the box.
Thank you. That is very, very helpful. Go ahead and make a just make a strength check.
That was a save.
Okay. Yeah, this box is actually it is fairly heavy. But for you,
I'm super strong.
It's just kind of bulky. So you just, leave your arms out, pick it up, and you can take it pretty easy. Thank you. We were just taking it inside here, down to our building.
Okay, let's go. Lead
Very
on.
well. So they kind of start to head on down. You guys make an about face, and they make it kind of near the building. Have you seen anyone else this morning?
My fellow Garadians or Guardians.
Of us, keepers.
No. We were just coming here and it looks locked and nobody's home.
Can I have we seen these particular set of people around before when we've come to the Keepers of Magic?
I mean, there are a lot of keepers.
Right. Have we seen these two in particular before?
You don't recognize their faces.
Is the box I'm carrying open at the top or closed?
No, completely closed box. To give you it's probably 3 foot long, about 1.5 feet wide, and 2 foot deep. So it's a pretty hefty box. It is wood, but it's like a crate, and
Any
no
markings? Okay.
No markings or symbols. But it just feels heavy. But you don't hear any clanging inside, or no thought. You can't really discern what's inside.
Pardon my curious nature, my good keepers, but what's in the box?
We are sent to retrieve a couple of items that are stowed below in the vaults, so that we can take them and move them to a more safer location.
What's safer than your vaults below?
We have other vaults in other places. Would any of you be able to let us in?
I don't have a key on me.
You don't have a key?
No, we don't have a key. We were just sent. We thought someone else would be able to let us in.
Can I insight check these guys?
Sure, make an insight check.
Were there people here earlier today?
We were just sent this morning. We came from out of town. 25. Let's go to the Secrets channel. Just you and me.
Something's up.
While Boom's away, I open the box and remove the contents and put it in my pack and close the box. Seems legit.
I agree with it.
I do too.
They're going to come back and it's going to be all like swords and daggers and pew pew pew.
Quick, everybody hide your mouths.
If y'all are weird.
You're welcome.
I would like to further kind of poke questions at these guys just to see who they are, where they're from, if they've ever worked at this city before, are they from another city, all that fun stuff. Anybody want to join me while we verbally now I'm like telling this to you guys like this, like just kind of, but yeah.
Ask him what the secret password is.
I thought it was 42.
That's the episode.
Oh. I asked them what their names are.
Well, I am Tomakin.
Did he
And
say
then-
it that way?
Does he actually pause, or was the
Does
DM?
it- Do his
that's
eyes
me.
look up in
that's
the
my pause.
air
I
and-
had to look. I had to look.
Oh, I
Okay.
was about to say. Tomakin, eh?
Tomakin, and this is Raul.
How long have y'all been keepers?
Well, we're fairly new.
Which chapter do you come from?
Here, Parna.
You just said you weren't from Parna. You were from another city.
Yeah, we were sent from here 3 months ago, coming back on a special mission. We really should be getting inside. If you can't help us, we'll find another way.
It's okay. We'll carry this box around for you, so you don't have to carry it.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. But we should find a way inside, retrieving the items and then getting back. Someone should be meeting us about midday to teleport us away.
Where are you headed?
We have to get these to the vault right away.
Well, I mean, no, the teleporting. Where are you teleporting to?
To the vault. I really can't give you more information right now.
So not another city?
No, another location.
Can I ask them what the capital of Assyria is?
Sure.
Does Tomakin or Rafiki Jr. have an answer?
Raul.
Raul. They kind of look at each other. I haven't heard of Assyria before.
Oh, well, then if you can answer me, this last question is, what's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Oh, that's easy. That's what did we decide? Yeah. Our first test, they came out at 4.0253 meters a second, but with a good eastern wind, 7.9285 meters per second.
What's a meter?
It's a unit of measurement that we mages use sometimes. Yeah.
How many inches is that?
Well, it depends on what an inch is, doesn't that? Because the inch is dependent on the foot, and my foot and your foot are different sizes, so the inch would be different than the meter, which is standard. We're working on a whole system, so you would have meters, centimeters, millimeters, but you could go bigger than a meter and have a decameter, really as much as you would like, or as small as you would like. It's fascinating. We're doing the same thing with weight. Do you know how much a gram is?
I know that a European swallow weighs 20 grams.
They do. Yeah, that's true.
You know that they average between 28 and 30 centimeters?
No, I didn't know you knew what a centimeter was.
I don't.
Who do you report to?
Well, it depends. We were in special projects, and then we were taken and put under Sav. And when he says Sav, he kind of looks at you for a second. Sav, yeah. We were put under Keeper Sav.
Since he said it, can I roll an insight on him?
Sure.
My legendary insight.
Seems pretty solid. And you have met Keeper Sav. You've met him a few times.
Yeah, I recognize that name, but he was like questioning Sam.
So if there's no one in the building right now, what's the point of going in?
Well, if we could get in and they didn't give us a way in, we could then get whatever we need out of the vault, and it would be very helpful to the keepers on the front lines.
on the front line. So where are they?
Out fighting the dark mages, I believe. Yep. Dark mages got some really nasty stuff going on right now, and so the keepers in all their ways are kind of putting on a formal assault. Yeah.
Why didn't they contact us about fighting the dark mages?
It's a good question. I don't know, but it's a good question.
Do you know who we are?
Nope, no idea.
What's in the box again?
This is the box that we're going to put the artifacts in.
So it's
Right now,
it's empty.
It's a placeholder, yeah.
Wait. I thought you said the box was cumbersome and a burden. That's a heavy, empty box?
It is pretty heavy, yeah.
Is
we have
it really?
to. Yeah.
Chad, is it heavy?
You know, it's all right.
Shake it. Tell me what's inside of it.
I shake
Yeah.
it.
I wouldn't shake the box.
The empty
Please don't
box?
Shake.
Mind
our
if I open the box?
I would mind. Yeah.
It's
Please-
empty.
Please don't.
You said it was
Okay.
empty.
Chad.
Hey, excuse me.
Yes.
I reach in my bag. I pull up my Pokeball and I touch him. There was nobody in the Pokeball because Chill was in the Pokeball, but I got Chill out. Now, what's his face? Tomikin is now in the Pokeball. And hi, Raoul. So, what's in the box?
Hold on. He's got to make a save to see. Hold on.
If he makes the save, it's just you touching him with something randomly.
Just poking him with a ball.
What's the DC with the ball?
God, do I know that?
I think it's a 15
I
wisdom.
thought it was higher than that. I thought it was an
I could be
AC.
wrong.
It's like a
You should have
47 wisdom, I think it was.
You should have
He's
a
going to
save
the ball.
DC with the orb of containment.
Saving throw wisdom flat 16.
Okay.
If only we had a Kenku with a crowbar.
Well, he rolled a natural 17. So as you pull out the ball and put it to his chest, he just kind of.
Fine. And then I move to Raoul.
No. Okay, Raoul does not save. So as you do, he just. What is going on?
That's what
You
we'd
tell
like
us.
to know.
He kinda-
You
he
tell
kinda-
us.
Backs up towards the building.
I opened the
Chad,
box.
Still holding the box.
No, I opened the box now.
Are you opening the box?
I set it down on the ground in front of me and open it up.
So as you start to open in, he points his finger at the box. I would not do that.
We'll be more forthcoming about what's in the box.
About everything.
I will kill us all right now if you continue to open that box.
Are
You
you
can
a dark
try.
mage?
Yes.
You're under arrest.
There will be no arrests today.
Is
I
Raoul a
stab
dark
him with my
mage?
blade.
You guys. Okay, make your attack.
Does a 26 hit?
Yeah.
I hit him for 15 damage.
Okay. Roll
Is he
initiative.
more...
You take your sunblade and you swipe it, catching him in the arm, and his arm kind of moves. He backs up a little bit, and he's going to try to cast a spell, so we might as well roll initiative.
Roll high, everyone.
Well, now that you said that.
Well, there you go. One's you and one's Chill. Is Chill the 11 and you're the 5? Chill's got a higher initiative than you?
No, Chill's the,
No, the
the
bonus.
-5.
Yeah, one's a bonus 4, one's a bonus 3.
Oh. Does he? Yes, Chill has higher initiative than I do.
Just find a token for funsies, I guess. Didn't I get? Of course, I'm not always prepared for y'all.
No, Gabby.
You send 2 floozies against me, take me up to Secrets Channel and not expect me to stab them randomly? What do I do?
Look, man, they have things they're trying to do.
So
and the fact that
And by the
we have
way,
things.
Gabby, it can't be bear because they said it was dangerous.
I like it. Nice. Bird.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Do we need to char Bear's box beneath me a little bit for that bird?
My head needs to get out of the gutter.
okay, let me just find a dude.
Yeah, I know a couple.
All right, this will work. Maybe. I don't know. My thing froze. I gotta reopen it.
You okay? Do you need to lie down for a couple minutes?
Me? No, I just
Okay.
need to redo my browser here.
So you are okay. All right.
I am totally fine. Okay. So building. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Door. Dude. Place yourselves accordingly.
I made myself a sticky this time.
Very nice.
Nice.
This is a high quality map.
That's your box. Isn't it pretty?
No.
I stabbed it at him. Well, I slashed it into him. I got a question though. This is kind of like meta, but why everybody's getting set up here. If the sun blade does radiant damage and produce its blade is actually a radiant flame and it doesn't have a physical actual blade itself, it's a hilt. My question is, does it cauterize the wounds when it creates them, so thus you could just slice them endlessly without causing lethal damage until you cause lethal damage?
Not lethal damage. It'll stop the bleeding, but he still takes damage.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that like we could use it as a torture tool.
Lay it on people rather than inserting it into them.
You're right.
Random.
Okay.
Maybe I
so-
could like throw it and activate it in midair and then catch it.
So you
That's off
have
their hand.
successfully slashed this guy. And he is actively getting ready to do something to the box. So, top of the round, Chad, how would you like to handle yourself?
Can you push the box over here? Or behind you?
I'm getting out my ruler.
I mean, it's a pretty rough sketch of the building, but we're gonna deal with the with the numbers that are there.
Okay. Part of me wants to put the box out of sight. Part of me just wants to just attack this guy, put the box down and attack this guy. But if it's a bomb or something, we don't want it going off. So I'm saying that in order to protect my friends and the town, I'm going to move over, put the box down around the corner, and then come back within range. And I don't think I'll be able to attack because it's too far.
Okay.
So I'm putting the box over here. I can't. Oh, I'm not on the thing. Hang on.
Okay. Oh, like where I put it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I get back in his face.
Okay. So it's basically it's your movement. Are you dashing to get over there and back? Is that what you're doing?
I'm gonna have to because it said it was 30 feet, and I have like I don't know 40 or something, so I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
So yeah,
40.
with a dash, you can get over.
Right, and get back.
I'll let you set it down gingerly, and then come back. Okay.
I might have been able to kill him with one shot, but who knows, you know? Also, I have modified my Roll20 diplomacy, so if I crit, it should automatically roll the extra damage or whatever. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
All right, let's get creative here. I would like to. This is a 2-story building, correct?
Correct.
Good. So, at the top of the 2-story building, right above him, I would like to cast Grasping Vine, and I would like to have the vine wrap around his mouth and pick him up.
Is that a bonus action?
It is a bonus action.
Is that a cantrip? It's an action.
There you go.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, as you start your incantation, he's going to counterspell you.
Oh, he wants to do it dirty like that. Okay.
Counterspell is counterspell.
I don't have counterspell, unfortunately.
We're playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, let's make a blue bounce deck. Yay! I used to love those decks.
Okay. Okay, that's how he wants to do that.
Is counterspell just automatic, or does he have to roll for
Well, it counterspell.
He has to roll for it actually, because that's a because
Oh, yeah,
a
it's
fourth
fourth
level
level.
spell.
He's gonna have to roll for it.
He's got to roll for that.
So he makes an ability check using his spellcasting ability. The DC is 14.
Yeah, not a hard DC, but
He rolled a 16.
I was like, he could fail, but he didn't.
But that's his reaction.
Alright.
So your bonus action is counterspelled. What would you like to do with your action?
I have what it's going to take me, what? 20 feet of movement to grab that. I want to run over to the box, grab it, get on my carpet, and start flying away. Would be my action, and like I think I'd be able to get like 10 feet with my carpet.
Okay. So how far is the box from you?
20 feet from me.
Okay. Make an athletics check to put the box on the carpet.
Okay. It's not good, guys. 16.
Okay. So you and get it on there, and you're able to the box is heavy, but the carpet can still lift it. So you get about 10 feet in the air.
Well, I want to instead of getting 10 feet in, well, I want to like be off the ground, but I want to move like 10 feet away rather than just going straight up. I want to go 10 feet out.
Sure. On like a diagonal, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll just speak into my ring, guys. I got the box. And then that's it.
Okay.
My turn?
Yep.
I've thought about this, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cast level 6 Blight on him.
Okay.
DC 17. Constitution save.
Forgot I get advantage on initiative.
He rolled a 17.
That means he takes half damage.
Yep.
So 26.
Yes.
So with the 15 I did, and now the 26.
14 and
How's he looking?
37.
It's 25.
Yeah, because that's
25.5,
51.
I thought. Yeah, so wouldn't it roll?
Well,
Oh, it rolls
51, you
down?
round down to 50 and then 25.
Oh, my bad. Thanks.
No worries. No worries.
Just trying to squeak another extra hit point damage there, you know. So is he looking all necrotic?
Yeah, he's not looking good.
Are you saying this Dark Mage has a higher dex bonus than Enna? Shouldn't Enna go before him? I'm just clarifying the initiative order.
We'll get there in a second. I just descended it.
As a bonus action,
I'm guessing he doesn't.
can I tell him that this can stop at any time if he's just willing to speak with us? And that's my turn.
He has no words for you. What's your dex bonus, Anna? So you go first.
Could be important, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Placing hunter's mark on him.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm just going to shoot my crossbow.
$13 misses.
Love it, Tree.
If I was going to miss, I might as well have wasted the time or what I considered a wasted round to put poison on it. So the next time I actually hit him, it could be like, oh, well. I am done.
Okay, I am checking something really quick. All right, Raul. No, Raul's in the thing. Tom.
No. Yeah. He cannot use the name Tom. His name is Tomakin. Don't you put that evil on me.
Tomakin is going to use his bonus action to Misty Step. So he teleports away from you all. To over here.
That doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity, does it?
Not because it's a teleport.
He's a jerk.
And then he's going to raise his finger at you, Zinese. And I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw.
I would like to use my inspiration, Mr. DM, sir, to re-roll that.
You're gonna want to inspire. Yeah, just re-roll it.
That was amazing.
20.
You're gonna be, well, that's the first one. So as you as you look behind you and he raises his finger at you, a giant fireball starts to envelop you, the box, and the carpet. So you do save, which means you'll take half.
Rounded down. Well, half cut in half again because I have fire resistance.
Right. So it's 12 is half, so you only take 6. However, the box.
Now, does the box get like half cover because she's holding it and the fireball's coming from behind her? So her body thus is protecting the box from the direct force of the heat and.
No,
Oh, okay.
because the centered portion is a 20-foot radius, so the box is getting enveloped as
I
well.
was just trying, bro. I mean, I was just trying. We'll never know what's in that box.
You are going to find out what's in the box. So as the top of the box blasts off, Zinies, you can briefly see inside a purple shimmering cube of 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet. And as you take a second to look in it, it looks as though it starts to swirl and the fire envelops it. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Is it a tesseract?
That's a 5.
Hey, good thing you got fire resistance, huh?
Yeah.
This will not be fire, unfortunately.
Hey, good thing that you have fire.
That's okay. Zion's tough. Zion can take it.
How many hit points you got total?
124.
Oh, yeah.
Taking damage is kind of my gig, and I'm kind of getting
No,
upset that
no.
She learned it from Jad.
You take 144 points of damage.
What are you talking about?
You are thrown 30 feet off of the carpet as you all just hear this giant boom, and it's bigger than the fireball. You watch as flames flicker from the side of the building. Actually, he has to make a dex save as well because the bomb exploded.
I hope it rocks him.
Ah, confirmed it was a bomb.
Yeah, he didn't make it either because he was, yeah. So you guys watch as Tomakin is thrown, as well as Zinies just comes fluttering off, and she hits the ground and just smashes. You're currently unconscious, and
I have a question for you, Boom.
Yeah.
So I fell unconscious from the blast, right?
Yes.
Because from the firing being the blast, and then taking fall damage from hitting.
You would take a little bit of damage from hitting the ground.
Right.
So you're
30 feet, so that's 3d6.
Well, no, it was 30. It was 30. You were only 10 feet in the air.
Okay.
So and so you got propelled at like an angle. So no, it wasn't like it wasn't like an arc.
But I do have an automatic failed death saving throw for taking that damage.
Yes. So you're already at one failed. But Tomakin has been obliterated. So you guys just hear this giant explosion, and
is he unconscious too?
Oh, he's like his whole face is like gone because the blast just like he was too close. So you guys do watch as those two bodies are thrown. The corner of the building here explodes as well and is just like decimated.
You guys, we can get inside now. Can I go up and cast Revivify on her? Wait, I only just need to cast Heal on her, right?
Yeah.
It's like she is currently trying to stabilize. She is not dead.
Okay, then I would like to cast something on her.
Okay, what would you like to cast?
I'm supposed to be healing her. A thing. Where's the thing at?
So if he's dead, are we still in initiative?
No, initiative has ended now.
Okay, then before you do that, I would like to hang on.
Okay, so you run over and you cast Cure Wounds on her.
As soon as Anna's doing her thing.
All right, I was wanting to check healing spirit because if it was one of those things where it gave max healing for whatever, I wanted to do it before you did yours, but it's not. So go ahead.
I mean, if you have level 6 heal, that would give her what, 70, I think. Is there any remains left of Tomakin?
There's a body.
May I go and inspect the body?
And I full on have pulled my axe and I'm standing guard over.
But first, you went over and you cast Cure Wounds on Zynes, correct?
Yeah, I put myself in between the body and Zynes because I'm going to protect Zynes.
And that's what I'm doing with my axe, is protecting Zynes.
Come to consciousness, laying prone on the ground, and everything hurts so bad. You are sore in every bone and every joint that you have.
Ow.
Welcome back.
Ow.
So, as you get closer to the body of Tomakin, his head is split open and there's just a pool of blood. And he also has the wounds that you guys delivered to him.
Thanks,
but
Kat.
he does not look good.
Can I search for magical trinkets, items, rings, necklaces, staves, anything worth of any kind of value or could be assistance to our friends Zynes that just had a blast of a time?
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna heal myself at a level 5.
Okay.
Boy.
And while they're doing that, I'm going to look over where the blast happened and see if there's any other casualties or the state of the building and magic carpet.
Okay. Zan, as you kind of like ruffle through his pockets, he is holding, as his token, has a staff that has a pretty nice sized emerald in the top of it. As far as his pockets, he has a few pieces of gold, and he does have the symbol of the dark mages that you guys have found before in one of his pockets. But overall, he seems to just have the blue robes that look like keeper robes.
With trepidation, I would like to loot these items, making no direct flesh contact, just in case anything's cursed, because I know my good friend at the Crazy Wisp could probably help us out with identifying these items. And Zan's previous experience in his previous role, he knows to be careful. And yeah, I'd like to loot it.
Okay. Chad, as you make your way around the building, the corner and side of the Keepers of Magic building has caved in. Looks like it's still structurally standing, but they have made a way to get in the building now. And you notice that the building directly adjacent is gone. There was probably like a small shack that was standing, probably a home, and it is just, there are splinters and pieces of brick everywhere. People from the opposite street are starting to like pour in, and there is just like a little bit of panic.
So, okay, and the carpet,
Yes.
Do I see that?
You make a perception check.
I was just going to ask if the home was occupied at the time.
You're not sure. I mean, you can search for bodies if you want. You, as you kind of get over, you kind of look up, and a small tassel falls into your grasp.
He killed
and
your garbage like you
you
killed my
You
puppies.
do
my
not
mom,
see any
and
other
my uncle and me.
pieces of magic carpet.
With my perception check, can I scan that building that was destroyed too and see if I can see if there's
With a
anybody there?
23, there are about 5 bodies that you see strewn about.
I render aid.
Okay, so you go
Would you
over
let
and-
us know at this time?
Yeah, bodies over here.
I'm still just laying on the ground like, ow, everything hurts.
Well, now that I know Anna and Chill is over Zini's helping, after I retrieve any items worth of note from said body, I would probably feel guided, being a grave cleric, to go and see if I can bring any of these folks back or stabilize them, or if there's any way to, possibly undo a little bit of the chaos that we caused.
And FYI, Chill is crooning at you. He's very sad that you're hurt.
And we didn't cause this, it was the dark mages.
Zan still feels like it's partly his fault because he stabbed the guy.
So you head over and start retrieving bodies. There are multiple guards on the scene now. One of them recognizing you, Chad. What happened?
Dark mages, bomb. Can you crowd control for us?
Sure. It's always something with you guys. Jeez.
We're protecting the town from dark mages.
We're called the Guardians.
We're not going to go
For a
through this right
reason.
now because I am reporting you, but I'm just saying this is ridiculous.
Reporting us.
I do realize that because the bomb blew up on me, it didn't blow up on as many as it could have. And
Do
I just kind of give like the Terminator's thumbs up.
Do I know this guard's name?
You would.
I'll call him by name. You don't have to make one up. And I'll say, we'll talk about this later. You and me. We'll talk about this later. Crowd control now.
Yeah, okay. And so the previous other guards start to line bodies. There's townsfolk that are just like standing in awe and watching.
I have a question, Bill.
Yeah.
It's a little too late, but when I took that 144 fire damage, was that halved?
It wasn't fire damage.
Oh, okay.
It was I didn't say, but it was force damage because
Okay.
it was an explosion. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
How many bodies are these people able to be stabilized with healing, or do I need to bring out the big guns for these guys?
They look dead. They don't appear to be like unconscious, or they looks like a building either collapsed on them or they were probably close, just like Zini's, and so they were smacked against a wall or took a lot of force damage.
How many bodies?
There's currently 5.
The 2 youngest, I want to cast Raise Dead on.
Okay.
So it's over the next hour. I'm going to have to be working with this. And then I'm going to toss 2,000 gold to someone that we trust to go get me some more diamonds.
Here, I've got some in my bag.
You got, okay, I need maybe 9. How many do you have?
Oh no, I only have three diamonds worth of diamond dust.
Okay, may I have those? I'll still give you the 2K and we can work some out later.
Yeah, it's just diamond dust because my spell requires diamond dust. I don't know if it's specific.
Oh, yeah, I need diamonds.
Yeah, mine's just diamond dust. Sorry.
Well, for that second part.
So are these the bodies that he's working on? Are they like dead, or is there a chance to stabilize?
No, they're dead. Like they took too much force damage. And that now that you're coming over and they're lined up, there are 2 children, 2 males and a woman.
So
And
definitely the children are getting raised dead.
so one child is missing an arm, while the other one seems to have all their limbs. And that's the only missing appendage that you see.
Okay. So he doesn't get his arm back, but it does heal his wound. It's
It
not
will
a
close. It will close
Yes.
up, and yeah.
Can I ask Chill to kind of like use him as a support to stand up and make my way over to Zan and ask if there's anything I can help with?
I will still need 3 diamonds, each worth 300 gold apiece. I'm willing to pay for this if somebody can go get them while I'm doing these.
I can go
Those
do
are
that.
stuff.
And Zines, how do you need? Could you use another heal?
I mean, I'm at about half health right now.
All right, I'm gonna keep healing you until either I run out of spells or you're healed. So
Don't worry about me right now. Get these people taken care of.
no, because you'll be able to work on them better if you're better.
And then boom, how I planned on doing this is once I get that, go ahead and cast and revivify 3 times for the 2 males and the 1 woman. And
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, and
Well-
that's an instantaneous, but the first one is
Uh,
I would have to do the revivify first, eh?
If you're, yeah, you have to be quick about it, because it within a minute.
I
I can
had
do
a
my
couple diamonds, but
I can do
yeah.
mine too with yours. I can do reincarnate.
What's the stipulation to reincarnate?
You touch a dead humanoid or piece of dead humanoid, provided the creature has been dead no longer than 10 days. The spell forms a new adult body and then calls the soul to enter the body.
All right, so you can do that on the adults, and if they're willing, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah, it's going to cost 3,000 gold for us to do it. For me to do it.
If I can just, and you had diamond dust, right?
But yeah, my diamond dust is for greater restoration. I don't have the oils on me for this.
2 things. I just cast healing spirit, so there's an area that will do healing, just general healing to whoever enters the area. And boom, if you want to like draw a circle of a, so it's 5-foot cube, so not a circle. And then if you guys want to bring it, whoever needs healing into that area, there's that. Now, how many diamonds do I need to get, and do I need to get anything else?
Well, if I'm going to change it then from what I had, I would only have enough to do 2 revivifies on the 2 children, which he would still be missing his arm, but it would be an instantaneous kind of thing, like run over there, if you're willing to let me work out the layering of said actions, boom.
Are you gonna revivify and then touch him with the sun sword on his arm part?
No, I'm not touching the body. I'm touching the dead.
I
kids,
mean,
man.
that's what I'm talking to cauterize his arm.
No. What? No, it automatically closes. I don't need to be like, oh, sword.
Well, I know you're trying to figure all this out. Are you going to cast Revivify?
I would have enough to cast it twice, yes.
Okay.
Are you allowing me to do so in that? No,
Like-
because I won't have time. All right, no, I'm not. I won't have time. I already said that I looted the body. It's fine. I missed my 1 minute. I will cast my original plan of the 2 children with raised head, and so they'll come back and they'll just be orphans like everybody else in town.
Well, I can do the reincarnate, but it's an hour per person for me to cast it. But I can do it for up to 10 days.
Okay, well then it's like raised head. I'll still give you my 2G and gold. We'll still need whatever you need for that one. If you want to try to take care of the other ones, then I'll be here for 2 hours as I bring the kids back.
Yeah, it'll be 3 hours for me to do it. Once I get the ingredients.
Because for the kids.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna take 2 hours to raise the 2 children.
Unless my god wants to step in and help me out. Hey, why don't we try that?
Hey, Boom.
Mm-hmm.
In order for me to cast it, it would take both of my 5th level slots. Plus, I'd have to take 5 charges from my staff to do it because my staff can cast up to 5th level spells.
Okay.
So do I need to go ahead and deduct those now?
You're doing them all today?
Yeah, I can do them all today. It's just going to take me a total of 3 hours to do it.
Yeah. If
So if he's doing 2 hours to do his, then
yeah,
might as well
if you're gonna take the next 3 hours to do it, yeah, just take them out. Go ahead.
Okay.
Can I call on Revorhu and with divine intervention?
You can try, yeah.
Say in his name and in his will, we were attempting to save, the town again, and regretfully caused some collateral damage. And since he is one that allows the passing of souls, to see if he could bring these people back as they did nothing wrong. And then it's what you want me to roll a 1d100? Yep. No.
So you lift your prayer, but you hear no response, although you feel that raising the dead will still be a good work.
Hey, Boom.
Yes.
Technicality question here. No, like just to save dice rolls, because for Enna's healing spirit, it says you can roll a 1d6 for like the next minute, so I can roll. Could I just assume I'm at max health? Because I'm at 82 out of 124.
Well, it'd be a d6 for every
round, right? So it'd be 10 rounds, so 10d6
right.
would be 60, essentially. It doesn't say max, but I'm only 30 down. If you want me to roll 10d6,
well, just roll 10d6.
Okay.
And we'll just, as long as it meets the number you need.
Wait. I just wanted to see what it'd be like if I rolled it.
So when we're in initiative, my healing spirit thing would happen every round, but since we're not in initiative, it's happening every.
It's still considered every 6 seconds.
Every 6 seconds, and it's for a minute, so 6 times 10 with a d6 every round would be a max of 60, but
that was actually 1 hit point above what I needed. I needed a 32.
There you go. That's why we roll the dice. But
I imagine I'm still achy and I'm still sore, and I'm gonna feel this in the morning.
Oh yeah, you feel awful, but you at least are at your full capacity.
This is why you let the dwarf take the damage.
Yes, this is why the 6-foot tall dwarf takes the damage.
I don't want to make this a lecture. I'm just saying that's why I'm here. So
I was trying to help get it away from him.
I understand, but you see what happens when you take the bomb and I don't. I know it's a learning process, and some people learn by doing, and now you've had this lesson under your belt, right?
I'm sure probably part of my hair is now singed off shorter now too from the fireball.
The fireball, did do some damage, but your back just feels wrecked.
At least you didn't lose any arms.
So I'm gonna run and grab like footage and stuff so that everybody can keep their energy up and stuff while they're resurrecting people.
I'm good. I just had breakfast.
But when you get a moment, can you tell me what I got, by the way? Like how much gold from the body and...
Oh, yes.
And if you actually have a listing for said stuff.
It's just what I told you, so I will type it to you.
I want to make sure that the Keepers of Magic is structurally sound, like you said it was.
It appears structurally sound, but there is currently a breach in the side of the wall.
I go into the breach to make sure that there's no keepers in there.
Okay. As soon as you enter into the building, You watch about 40 feet in front of you, a keeper appears.
So,
He raises his staff at you.
do I recognize him?
Make a perception check. You do. This is Keeper Ratuk.
Ratuk, it's me, Chad.
What happened?
Dark Mage attack outside. Anybody in here injured?
There's no one in here. We're all at the front lines.
That made some of the front lines made it here to Parna.
That must have been their plan all along. What? And he kind of walks towards you, taking his staff down. What? This building's supposed to be indestructible.
You might want to talk to your contractor then.
It clearly wasn't under dwarf construction.
Big bada boom.
This is quite an issue.
Boom in a box.
What?
Are you able to? You're the keepers of magic. Can you do magic and maybe help some of the dead people outside?
I brought myself because my alarm went off and I knew there was an intrusion. There's no one else here.
What am I?
I don't really raise dead people. I may have something. Stay here. And he retreats inside, out of sight. So at this time, Zan, Falcon, and Zines, are you at least starting your first raise dead / reincarnate?
Yeah. I think because I know each time I do it, it's going to take an hour, and he said it was going to be 2 hours for his, so I'll still have an extra hour after his.
Right. Okay, so you guys start your rituals. After about 10 minutes, Chad, Ratuk appears holding what seems to be some kind of box. It's not as big of a box. It's probably as big as both his palms put together. And he kind of brings it up to you. This may be able to help. It won't. How many are dead?
Was it 5? Did I say 5?
I can probably help with 2 with this, but it should be able to bring them back.
Come on, let's right out here. I mean, there's a new door over here, and they're right on the other side. So just come on over here.
So you escort him over the rubble to where Zan Falcon and Zines are doing their own separate rituals. And he comes over to the second child and takes the box and sets it down. And it seems to be a pewter box with a simple latch on the front. And he takes the latch and opens the box, and you see this glowing golden sphere, almost softball size. And it just emanates this bright essence as he opens the box. And as he takes it, he places it, still holding it, but so that the very bottom of the sphere is touching the child's forehead. And you watch as, without saying anything, a pulse comes from the ball and into the child. And there's a small jolt. And you watch as he raises it. And the second passes. Another second passes. And the child... and then just starts sobbing, laying there, starts to look around, sees over to Zan Falcon, sees over to Zines, and is just like overcome with grief. And he puts the ball back into the case, shuts it, starts to just coax the child and talk to them. Seems to have a very old man kind of vibe about him. After a few minutes, I can once more. He goes over to I don't know who Zines chose. Did she said one of the adults, right?
I was doing the 3 adults that X couldn't do because he was
So-
going to do the 2 children.
There's 2 men and a woman. Which do you want to do first?
I'll probably start with the mom.
So he picks one of the men and with the same elegance flips the box open, takes the sphere, lays it on their forehead, another burst, and this time the sphere goes dark, almost like it is just an empty crystal ball, and he sets it into the case, shuts the case, and a little longer this time, but he kind of almost like CPR, just kind of takes his hand and hits the guy's chest once, and he and he begins to get kind of him associated that he has been brought back from the dead, essentially. After a few more moments, he picks up his case. I hope that this will serve well for the time being.
Oh, that's to me. Oh. Yes, thank you very much. That will help.
Now, about this building, is there anything you can aid with making sure it could be closed up quickly?
I don't have the mend spell. Sorry.
Well, I was hoping for more from you, but that is fine.
Do you need materials? We're kind of out of materials since the fall of Parna, so I mean, I can help. I can help you.
True.
You want me to? I can start laying brick if you want.
No, it will take too long. I need a quick fix on this. Come inside with me, please. And you guys walk back over the hole is probably like about 25 feet wide, and it extends to the second story. There's just the wall is just gone.
So men couldn't even be useful
Yeah,
there.
it's just like it's just a wreck.
Yeah, Chad doesn't know that though.
So what exactly happened with the terrorists?
Okay, 2 of the mages had a box. It was heavy. It was about this heavy, and I explained how heavy it was. But not too heavy for me to carry. We tried to get it out of the way from them once we decided they were dark mages, and from what I saw, he pointed at the box and it blew up.
Were they trying to get inside, or
They did want to bring this into this building.
and did you guys don't have a key, do you?
No,
Okay, good.
maybe we
Just-
should.
Making sure. No, probably not at this time.
Even if we did, we
many
wouldn't have
times
let
have
them
you said?
in. We were keeping them out of the building. I'm
I-
outside. I
I-
don't hear any of this, but
I understand. I'm just making.
See,
making
this is
sure.
why Zan doesn't like the keepers. Well, how many times have we saved them?
I'm just making sure that there is a understanding. I am thankful that they were unable to get inside. We have. Has your friend Beowulf told you anything about what he knows?
Who?
We were in contact with a keeper, guardian called Beowulf. He was tracking the dark mages.
Oh yeah, he's missing, as you can see right there.
It's not. It's not. All right. Well,
He'd usually be he'd usually be standing right there, but he's not. So that's how we know he's missing.
right. Well, we have located the dark mages to a tower, an abandoned tower, and we are currently fighting them up near the north of the river. And we have pulled from here, so that's why we were not here. But it seems that it was a ploy to get us away from our defenses.
Don't you think it would have been a good idea to let the Guardians know?
Things were kind of quick, and when we did pop over to see you, you were not there.
We did capture one of the dark mages.
Oh, do you have him?
Yeah, he's in a orb thing.
Oh, well, that's excellent. Could I happen to borrow him, or would you like to help? It would be. We're working. How do I say this? We're working in a war fashion, so prisoners are helpful. Would you be willing to give him up in the current state that you have him?
He's not in my charge. Hey, Inna, I yell out the hole. This guy wants the Pokemon.
Okay, I come over. How much do you fill me in on?
I tell him, I tell him, I tell him, wait one moment, let me talk to Inna. And then I tell Inna, who's a woman, that here's what he said.
So you said you stopped by and we weren't there. Where would that be?
The temple, of course.
So you realize we have our own building now.
No, we were not given that information.
Did you leave a message at the temple for us?
No, there's not really anyone that's there, kind of. There were a lot of people still rebuilding, and they didn't seem like they belonged there, so no, we did not.
It's just all of that just seems a little bit odd to me. That you have a battle going on, you have guardians who have proven themselves over and over,
Sure, yes.
and you didn't even let us know. And now,
But we tried.
So
we tried. and
Did
it
you ask a
didn't-
guard? Because all the guards know where we live now.
We did not ask them. Things were kind of quick, would you say?
I'm going to contradict your words. We tried then. Sorry.
Well,
So
we did try. I don't have time for this. What can I have the prisoner?
first of all, seeing the damage that they do and how powerful they are. Oh, I love that. I think we should set up a situation where there's no way that he can do anyone any damage when he gets out. And yes, I would love to be part of questioning this guy. I think all of us would.
All right. Well, we have a couple of ways we could go about that. An anti-magic field, which we have below. We could put him in a force cage. Really take your pick. And
is the force cage magical?
Yes, those two could not be combined. It's force cage or anti-magical field.
I'm thinking the anti-magical field would be good in my presence.
Okay, so Zan and Zinies are going to be out there for a while longer, finishing what they're doing.
My first priority will be to shore up this wall in a fashion or so you have some time, and will inform the others that I will not be making it back tonight, and I will stay here, and we can get to the bottom of this.
All right, I'm going to go let Zinies and Zan know what's going on and everything that we've been told.
Well, they're kind of indisposed at the moment, so you kind of go over and they are just like deep.
So they're kind of like in a meditation kind of thing?
Yeah, they're in a meditation. They're doing rituals, casting. They're saying incantations. They really can't be bothered. So it will take at most 2 hours from now for you guys to kind of finish that up. So that's up to you if you want to. It's probably another 40 minutes to finish the first set, and then whoever wants to take the last one for the second hour.
I'm kind of watching over them so nothing happens to them while they're doing that.
Okay. So that's how you guys want to proceed, though, with your next 2 hours, correct?
Yeah, casting.
Okay.
And bringing the people back.
Okay. So we will finish that up then after we come back from our break, and we will then fast forward 2 hours to whatever you guys want to do then. So let's take our 5-minute break. We will be back with more Guardians of Parna right after this. bad that they didn't. You didn't say
Could
that.
you imagine if they would
That
have
is
bumped into
always a
Panther
good
Steve?
thing, X.
Oh, please do not get in the habit of saying things like that before we go back on please.
Yeah, the
Welcome back.
stream didn't hear that, so I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear it either.
It was
fine.
weird. Would have been weird. Okay, so welcome back. Hello. So 2 hours pass. Zan Falcon, you are able to raise dead on the first child, and then on the second male, and bring them back. Is there anything special you would like to do with that? Okay.
Nope, just comes back.
So as you finish doing that, there is a group of people that is just watching you guys in amazement. As there have been some clerics from the other temples that have eventually made their way down and been called, but you're too deep in the ritual for them to help you. So they just kind of let you do your thing, but they aid in the ways that they can by just being emotional and moral support, keeping people away, things of that nature. So you're able to raise them, and then Zines, you're just raising the one, right? Or yeah, because
well,
you guys
if I'm done in an hour,
because...
and what's his face raised too, then the last one I can just cast Revivify on, and
you can't
just use.
You can't.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. You're right. I'm done.
So yeah, you could get 2, and then however you guys want to do it.
No, she'll still need another hour. So, right? Because what's his face did the other kid. I'm done in an hour with mine, and then she needs another hour for her second one, and I can just be there.
So she's doing 2, you're doing 1, and then 2 were done by the keeper.
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so you raise the child, and then Zines, you take 2 hours to reincarnate the woman and the man. So for the woman, you finish the spell. Go ahead and
Roll my D100.
yeah, roll your D100. Oh, there you go. So as you are finishing the spell, you look over the lady, as currently she has blonde hair. She has some emerald green eyes, a pointy nose, a pointy nose, and some soft skin. And as you finish the ritual, her face remains unchanged, but she does come back to life. For the man, go ahead and roll a D100 for him.
Yes, I kept them both human.
However, this man has brown hair, brown eyes, and a beard. And when you finish your ritual, the beard shrinks and goes away. His chin kind of grows out a little bit. His eyes turn a nice blue color, and you watch as his hair grows blonde and goes down to the past his back. And you watch as his arms kind of bulk up and his muscles grow on his legs, and he kind of opens his eyes. What's going on?
There was an accident.
Right.
You died.
All right.
And you're not dead anymore.
Okay. Why am I talking like this?
That's part of the not being dead anymore.
Where's my beard?
Feel the back of your head.
Why is my hair so? He like sits up and starts looking around. What'd you do? What'd you do?
Look at your arms and your legs.
Yeah, that part's all right. But what did you do?
I made you not dead anymore. You were an accidental casualty that got caught because the dark mages decided to explode a bomb.
Look, all I know
Well,
is I was reading me book, and then I wasn't reading me book, and now me book's gone, me house is gone, and I don't have a beard.
Well, like I said, there was a bomb and an explosion that went off. And you were an accidental casualty, and I didn't want you to pay for a mistake because I couldn't get a bomb away quick enough.
Okay, well, thank you. He kind of looks over and he sees the woman who's just like trying to cope with what is going on as well. And he just kind of gets up, goes over and hugs her, and they just kind of continue in an embrace.
I'm really happy I kept both of them human.
But at this time, you guys have brought back all casualties and those who were what? Why are you shaking your head?
There was a casualty we couldn't bring back. Zainis' carpet is no more.
The carpet is gone. That is true.
You said it unraveled. Is it all like right there in a pile?
No, the only thing you have is like a tassel from the corner. Like the rest is just gone. You have no idea where it is.
I stand on it and attempt to fly. If it works, I'm gonna attach it to my shoelaces.
You think you feel something and you lift your foot up, but then you realize it was just a mouse. And it like scampers off. You pick up the tassel. It has no magical properties.
Sorry, Zainis.
It's okay. Accidents happen. We can find a carpet somewhere else.
You always remember your first car, right?
Yeah. What's a car?
Carpet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
About this time, Ratuk kind of comes out. Well, it's going to take me quite a while to fix. But should we get to the questioning of the man guy thing that's in your pocket?
So now I let X and Zines know what we're going to do and the anti-magic field downstairs and stuff.
I would like to make sure, though, before we do that, that I would have used that extra hour of time to properly dispose and send off the body of the Dark Mage. Even though he was an enemy, he still needed to be taken care of.
Bathed in fire?
Probably.
Okay, you can do that with your hour.
I just wanted to make sure that was known.
Okay.
Just want you to know, Chad is getting super mad at Dark Mages, and he wants to be there for questioning.
Okay.
Because they blew his friend up.
Yes. And they keep picking on my town, and within my character, I am super mad, and not going to let this happen anymore.
Anyone need anything before we head down? Didn't we have a spell, like a compelling spell that would force them? Is that you, X?
Takes me an hour to cast it.
And we're going to put him in an anti-magic field.
So he just lie.
Okay. Shall we?
I'm not stepping anywhere near the anti-magic field.
I crack my knuckles, and I prepare my anti-magic fists.
I have my anti-magic mace.
As soon as he's released from the Pokeball, I rage.
Are you releasing him here, or what are you guys doing?
We're going to follow him to the anti-magic field, and we're going to release him there, I assume, if that's okay.
Okay. Well, yes, give me quite a second. Come in. You all walk in through the rubble and the destroyed wall. This will only take me a second. And
Your anti-magic field only works in the field. If I left with my magical possessions, I'd still be magic. They'd still be magic outside of the field, right?
It will suppress all magic within the... We will not do it here. We have a special space. Right now I need to shore up this wall, so just give me a moment.
I just want to make sure that my magic stuff will be magic stuff after I leave the field. That's all I want to know.
If you're going into the field, it will no longer be magical in the field. It will be suppressed, and then once you leave, it should be fine.
Very well.
We have had issues with certain things, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I can always...
Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine.
I can always get naked and go in there.
That is your prerogative. Please don't, though. Let me shore up this wall. And he kind of casts a spell, and you watch.
Great naked. Stop making that face. We've all seen him naked. Of course, we've seen naked way more than.
Oh, jeez.
Way more than Chad, but we're a tight group.
You watch as a wall appears.
I'm getting a lot of robotic.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it's robotic.
I'm having the same thing. Yeah.
Let's just. It seems like it might be cleared up. Go ahead. Keep going.
Is it cleared up now? Because I still have red. So is it cleared up now, Mr. Rabs?
I'm green now.
I'm green, but Boom is still sounding robot-y.
Just a little bit.
Hey, Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, still a little.
I'm also yellow.
You don't look very yellow to me.
That means his liver is functioning properly.
Yay! No jaundice or scurvy! Yay!
No, I'm not yellow anymore. I'm green now. It's not easy being green. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. Yoda said that, right?
That's not the way I remember it.
That's not the green you're looking for?
Are you talking, Boom? Because we can't hear you.
I'm still red.
You didn't sound robot-y there.
I'm
Have you
green.
tried turning it off and turning it back on?
No, I haven't, but I'm green again. Does
There
this
we
sound
go.
good?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Go.
So you watch as I thought you guys were like actually interested that a wall appeared because you were like, oh no, it was just the voice. But a wall appears.
Ooh, a wall.
A wall?
No, it's
What color
it's
wall?
over. Same color as the rest.
Can I incite the wall?
No, detect magic.
No, I don't have that. I was just trying to.
You can roll an intelligence check.
I don't have one of those.
You can roll an intelligence check. Okay. Chad, it's probably an illusion. Zane, he just created a wall out of thin air.
I need to learn that trick.
Shall we go down to the basement then?
Sure.
All right. Right this way. And so you guys follow Keeper Ratuk as he leads you through the halls. There's still debris and things on the floor, but he leads you into past the court yard. I had to think I was gonna say courthouse. I'm like, it's not a courthouse, it's a courtyard. Past the courtyard into the inner sanctum. You've been here before. This is kind of where they've teleported you before. And he leads you to a portion you haven't seen that leads to a corridor that goes down to a set of stairs. They're circular stairs. And he just continues to lead you. You watch as these 4 globules of light just appear and help you guys so you can see as you walk down the spiral staircase. And you walk for a while without seeing any sort of place to get off, or there's no doors until you come to the bottom. And here there's a stone floor, and the light helps you, but there's no torches lit down here. It seems just kind of dim and gross. You can see along the walls, it's nicely fashioned masonry, but it just seems like you are in subterranean somewhere. And you guys continue down the corridor for about 100 feet or so, and it opens up to where it is just a circular room, probably 20 foot in radius, so from side to side to be 40 feet. There doesn't appear to be any exits. It's only about 20 feet high, and it's all masonry. So we stand here, and we can cast the anti-magic field and question however you would like.
When Anna gets ready, I rage up and I get ready to catch this guy, and I'm going to hold him.
So I take the Pokeball out of my bag. I'm holding it with a glove, and I check everybody, make sure everybody's ready for this, and then I cast him out of the Pokeball.
Okay. So as you cast, how are you throwing the sphere? Are you like just throwing it into the chamber? Are you like putting him, just like casting him out and then pushing him? How are you?
It's an anti-magic field. Will he just pop out as soon as you touch it to the anti-magic field?
No. If he's in there, you'll have to get him out first.
Okay. So if I put my hand into the anti-magic field, would I be able to have him pop out of the Pokeball? And we've never talked about the mechanics of how, we actually do it.
What that button means or what that button means, we don't know.
So, but the way I imagined it was that as since I can command the Pokeball to release somebody, I imagine that they just kind of come out of it.
Yeah.
That I don't throw it.
But you can throw it. Usually, yeah, if you want them to come out, you could throw it. But they probably wouldn't come out.
And you're a robot again, I'm sorry.
I am.
Mr. Roboto.
Is it just me?
No.
X was too. Was it me too?
Yep,
Yes.
it's Discord.
That's Discord.
I want to make sure it wasn't just me.
No, it's definitely Discord.
But all systems are operational.
I'm sorry, what was that?
All systems are operational, Captain.
This is what happens when you release somebody from a Pokeball in an anti-magic field.
It sounds so weird.
It kind of echoes around here in a robot-y way in this place you brought us to.
What?
What happened?
Dreve?
Hello.
You're very far away.
Yeah, really quiet, but the robot's gone away.
I'm great again.
Oh, I was leaning back in my chair.
All right, testing. Tomogato.
Okay, then. So I was talking about how I command it and the person comes out, but can I stick my hand into the anti-magic and do that and it will still work, or because we're in the anti-magic, the orb doesn't work?
He would tell you that anything in there is not going to work. Anything's not going to work in there. So you're going to have to take him out and then put him in there.
I'll just aim him at me, and I'll pull him in there.
So I'm going to put my hand just in front of the anti-magic field, so I'm here, and I'm going to hold it out. And then X, if you and Chad would like to get on either side of my arm and just be prepared. I'm right beyond the anti-magic field, so when he comes out, he should be partially in it already. So just shove him in the rest of the way. And go.
Rage. Grab.
You gonna grab him or you gonna push him?
I'm gonna go into the anti-magic field with him and restrain him.
Okay. Go ahead and make a athletics check on him with advantage. Okay. So as soon as he pops out, what? You grab him and back into the anti-magic field. So you are now standing in the field while everyone else is kind of at the rim. And he's kind of like struggling, but there's no, I mean, he rolled a 4. So you've got him pretty tightly grappled.
Imagine it would be like one of those straight jackets where you hug yourself, except Chad is the straight jacket hugging him.
If somebody could take the ropes from my belt and tie him to me with my belt, that would be cool, because then he'll just be tied to me.
You watch for a second as he like takes his hands and tries to like fumble around with some like somatic, and the rest of you that can see his face, he just looks completely encumbered as he is unable to get away. Well, fine. What's going on then?
Jill's going to go up to him too, and he's going to take one of his hands in his mouth gently, and he's going to growl.
Okay, I understand. You all are very unhappy. Where's Raul? I'm Raul. Where's Tomakin?
We're asking the questions here.
He's dead.
Okay, well, how did he die?
Well,
You don't
He
get to
got
ask questions.
splashed, and then he got necrotic poisoning, and then he may have blown his own brains out with something stupid.
Oh, so the bomb went off.
What bomb? No, we still have the box.
We're asking the questions. Why did you come here?
Well, it sounds like our plan succeeded. And I can see over there that one of the keepers has been back. This is a good sign.
Where are the leaders of the Dark Mages?
I'm not going to tell you that.
I squeeze him hard.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Is he currently standing?
Yeah, and Chad's hugging him from behind. He kind of... I'm not going to tell you.
I would like to swing at his kneecaps with my mace +1.
It'll just be a mace, but okay.
Does a 9 hit his kneecaps while I'm right in front of him?
It's actually an 8.
No, it doesn't. You kind of swing, and he kind of out of the way. You don't hit Chad, but you just like don't hit him.
I was
Actually,
really
he's grappled. Go ahead and roll again. Just roll another one.
21 hit.
So yeah, you kind of smack his kneecap.
I make a noise, and Chill starts sinking his teeth into his hand.
So as he's getting hit about the knees and Wolf biting his hand and getting bear hugged by Chad, does he become a little looser of the tongue?
He just kind of grits and
So you're not going to answer us?
I don't need to tell you anything. If the bomb went off, my plan is complete and I can die happy.
Then you're going to be really happy today, I think.
Does he have anything?
What do you mean,
Like-
does he have anything?
If he got sucked in, he still had loot and stuff on his body. Did we disarm him and such?
We didn't.
No.
So let's go do that now, X. So you
Okay.
want to come in with me and we'll just rummage him?
Yeah. Give him the once over, rolling.
Okay, make an investigation check on his pockets. Okay. So as you start to like go in and pick through, he doesn't have much on him. You find a basic potion of healing, as well as a small component bag, and let's see.
I take the potion of healing and I get the
and
component
a
back
dagger.
to X.
He just has a simple dagger.
I'll keep the components bag, but can I stab him in the leg with the dagger?
You can.
And just leave it in there.
What is that? 1d.
It's just-
The 1d4, I
Yeah.
think.
Crap. I don't stab people when I want to.
He probably gets advantage for him being restrained,
Yeah,
right?
roll again. You're not proficient with daggers?
Oh yeah. Simple weapons. So we'd add my 4 proficiency, eh?
Okay.
So it'd be 15.
Still don't hit.
Well, fooey gumdrops.
So you kind of take a couple swings, or you take your swing. I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't have to tell you anything.
Anybody got a truth spell or anything?
I mean, I can't cast it in here, and y'all would have to give me an hour with him.
It's a long time. Long time for a hug, you know what I mean?
No, we can
No,
put it
it's
back.
a minute. I'm sorry, it's not an hour, it's a minute.
I was thinking it couldn't have been an hour because you've done it before, but okay. Let's do that.
I'm going to step with him outside of the magic field, but I want everybody to be ready for this. So aim your things at his face. Yeah.
Before you do that, first bind his hands together so he cannot make somatic components with his spells,
And his mouth.
and put a gag over him so that he cannot cast the voice part.
And what, take it off after we cast the truth spell?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you casting, X?
For the truth spell, does he have to stay out of the magic thing, or does the anti-magic thing negate the truth spell?
The anti-magic would negate it.
All right, so we can't do the anti-magic then.
I remember that spell.
Before I take him out of there, I know Zan, so I look over and I said, this isn't one of those truth spells where you make his butt purple, right? It's an actual truth spell?
Yes, it's an actual truth spell. But I can make his butt purple if you like.
You need to say that for a willing, or a much more deserving creature, I should say.
Okay.
Hang on. Would it help to make it where he can't cast spells if we were to actually just break his arms?
I got his arms. Don't worry about that.
And it's just getting...
Oh, we're done with these guys. Yeah, we're done with these guys.
Done with dark mages.
So
did you see what he did to Zinies?
I grip him extra tight.
Okay.
I make sure my compadres have checked the ropes that he's tied to me with. Make sure they're all secure and fastened. And I sidestep out of the magic field.
Okay.
And then in my casting,
He's like continually like trying to wiggle.
Every
You
time
got
he
a really-
moves, I hold tighter.
But you got a good grip on him. Your athletics check is roll another one just for fun, because he's been rolling to try and break it. And
I'm
he's
just going to ask because it was advantage last time. Do I still... I mean, I got him with ropes and everything, so...
raging.
straight roll, because his rate. What's the rules on your rage? Let me see.
I thought he had the persistent rage or whatever that was.
I think so too, but I just want to check.
Look, guys, I have a new mount. It's a dark mage.
I think it's a bit too small for you.
It just won't last long.
Did you have something that extends your rage?
Yes, additional rages. And I rage up just before I go out of the anti-magic field. How about that?
Okay, because I think your rage is only good for 6 seconds unless you take damage or give damage, or else you lose your rage.
Hugging is a kind of damage, the way I do it. Cass can attest to that.
It is. It absolutely is. It actually, I was going to say something else, but yes, his hugs are damage.
Love damage.
I was going to suggest that he actually hurt himself to keep the rage going.
Well, I mean, he can if he wants to, but at this point, you probably can rage again. So go ahead and roll with advantage. So you're down 2 rages. This will be your second rage. Okay, so you easily have him. You step out of the magic field. I would think you would probably do it right as the spell is ready, correct?
Yeah, I wait for the nod from Zen Falcon and step out then.
All right, so you step out of the magic field, Zen Falcon. What would you like to do?
You are now in my charge. You will obey me, and you will do nothing to thwart us and prevent this from going through. And you will answer all of our questions.
And bring us cheeseburgers whenever we want you to.
In fact, you will volunteer information.
All right. I will not try to thwart you.
So, where are your leaders? Where's your boss?
They are not here.
But where are they?
They're on the front lines.
You're thwarting. Does the spell work?
Does he take 5d10 psychic damage?
Answering your questions.
We got to get more crafty with our questions.
Tell us the name of the leaders.
Well, it's tricky. I mean, you've got Malcronus, who's at the top, and then you've got Xerxes, who's with him, but not really with us, but kind of with us.
Somebody start writing this down.
And then you've got the other guys. I really don't know their names, but there's quite a few of them. And then you've got the people on my level, which include me and Tom and the other people. It just kind of depends. We've got a Philip, we've got a Bob.
Philip,
I mean, oh yeah.
Who sent you here?
What?
Where's Philip?
Philip's probably at the tower. Yeah.
Which one?
Our tower. Yeah.
Where's your tower located?
It is east of the river.
Where exactly is your tower located?
I would say it's at 54.2579 north.
That works.
And probably 37.5698 west.
Is there any words or passwords needed to be able to see it or enter it?
You will need a password, but it changes daily, so I don't know what it is.
What is it today?
Oh, it's Carrot.
Carrot.
Yep.
Nice password.
Who sets the password?
That's a good question. It just depends. Probably Malcronus, because he's at the top, but it could be passed off to someone else. Again, you're asking questions that are way above my pay grade, but I'm trying to help.
How do you receive the new password every day?
Oh, they give it to us audibly. Yeah.
Through a spell?
No. They sit us down and we usually pass it around. Yep.
At the tower?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what was your plan with the bomb?
Oh, well, if the bomb went off, our bomb succeeded because we are basically just trying to kill all the keepers of magic that we can.
Nobody died.
Well, that's okay. He's here, which means we've sent one back, which means there's one less trying to find us and kill us, which also means that we can instate phase 2.
What's phase 2?
I don't know. And with that, you watch as he go, ah! And go ahead and roll your 5d10 psychic damage. So he just like can't hold his head because his arms are being held, but he just like thrashes in pain.
I kind of chuckle as a free action.
You feeling all right?
No, that really hurt.
So what's phase 2?
Phase 2 is when we try to systematically stop diverting the dark mages and just kill them by entering and hopefully retrieving magical objects from their sanctuaries.
You mean the keepers of magic? You said dark mages.
We'll do whatever we can.
Yeah, you said kill the dark mages, but I think you mean kill the
Well,
keepers.
obviously, I didn't mean that.
Hey, mind your manners.
I show him the symbol of the dark mages and ask him if there's any hidden properties of such symbol.
No.
I show him Tomikin's staff and ask him if what it is. What is it?
Got yourself a nice staff. Unfortunate that Tomikin had to perish, but I'm glad that things went according to plan.
What's the properties of the staff?
It has no special properties.
Just a beautiful long staff with an emerald up top that is the right about size to bust you in the nose.
Correct.
Bust him in the nose with it, or attempt to.
Okay, make an attack.
$13?
Nope.
I hate this. I so want to just beat him up.
Are we done with the talking?
I mean, he's under my control for 30 days. So if you want to end his suffering, we can. I'm okay with that.
Why don't you ask him? Because he knows where the Dark Mage Tower is. Why don't you ask him to draw us a map?
Well, we have the longitude and latitude. All we have to do is go to the map maker. That one guy.
No. Draw us a map of the layout of the tower.
Oh, well, I don't know if he knows it. Hey, idiot, can you draw us a map of the tower, the layout and such?
Sure.
We'd have to free him to do that, probably.
Yeah. I say let's just end him. We know where the tower is.
I'd like to ask a question. Thinking about this from our perspective, what kind of vulnerabilities would the tower have?
It's a pretty solid tower. You will not be able to penetrate it. You will not even get close. The keepers have not even been able to breach it. We are keeping them at bay across the river.
Do you know how many times we've done things that even keepers can't do?
Well, they're pretty awful, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I totally agree with you. Finally, we find something we can agree upon.
You hear Ratuk. Ahem! Mm-hmm. Shall we finish this up, please?
No, 30 days, huh?
Yeah, but I think 30 days just makes him a liability, and if I can't babysit him, then who knows? I mean,
Pokeball.
I'm just thinking that maybe we could use him to get into the tower.
Yeah. I got a question. If I do the spell on him and he goes in the Pokeball and time stands still for him, Is he still under the effect of the spell, or is it 30 days from in which I cast it, or is it 30 days in which he's influenced by it?
You believe that time passes normally in the ball.
Yeah, that's why that one dark mage was pissed at us when we let him out.
Oh, I thought what's his face though was like in there forever.
Who, Lockley?
The guy that was stolen by Beowulf's wife.
Lockley.
Yeah, I thought he was in there for like ever.
He did manage to survive in there for a long time, yes.
Oh, okay. Well then I mean, yeah, we could transport him in the orb. Just know that if we aren't quick about it, it could lead to a lot more trouble. Or we can just end his suffering now. I can pray his soul to the other side.
I think we can end his suffering whenever we want to, but if we put him in the Pokeball, we have him as a reserve if we wanted to do something. We just have to remember that he's in there in case we want to capture somebody else at an inopportune time.
But if what he said is true too, the password to get into the tower is going to change tomorrow.
I believe that he will have use for us still, and I believe we should not kill him at the present time.
So says the horrible keeper.
Your words are always hurtful to me, but now is not the time to dispute
what?
that.
Zinies, hold my pants for a second.
Not this again. Please do not take off your pants again. This happened once
Zen.
It's happened
at
twice.
the tower. Yeah, well, once for me. I would rather you keep your pants on.
All right, then let's put him back Can
you guys detach me from him first and wait till I let him go?
Well, hang on. I would like to talk about this some more.
No, you need to hold on to him. Because if he passes his check, then he's just going to take off running.
Well, if she still wants to ask questions, we haven't untied him yet.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that she can touch him with the orb without sucking you in, right? Or do we know that?
And you base that on what knowledge?
I don't know. Try it for science. We can always let you right back out.
We know it can only
Maybe.
hold one creature.
That's why.
But I'm the
when
one.
I first got it, I was told it can only hold one creature at a time.
Then you hold me and he's free. So I'm just saying.
Well, then we kill him and release you. And then we revivify him and then put him back in the ball.
I'm not going to touch you with the orb. I'm going to touch his skin with the orb.
I don't consent to any. I don't consent to any seizures of me as a property.
But, and I would prefer to talk about this where he couldn't hear, but, are we absolutely, so the dark mages are very powerful, obviously. Are we absolutely sure that if we leave him in there for a long period of time that he can't work out a way to get out?
He seems like an idiot. Like he's a very, he's an underling. He said himself. He has
He's
no
saying all that just so that he's
yeah, but he has
She's
no
right.
like great magic. Shut up! You can't hear us. He has
That's
no
Right here.
I just want to mention that
magical.
we've already had a dark mage in there, and we had Lockley in there, and they couldn't get out. So
hang on. I'm putting the gag back in his mouth. All right. So
it's my pants. Just cram him in this face hole.
nice. I put it, crouch first. So all right. So we do know that you're right. You are a low level because you would have got, pain. If, you didn't like. It can get worse.
Okay, I stuffed the crotch of the pants in his mouth and then used the legs of the pants and tied around the back of his head. So he can't displace it at all.
It's disgusting.
Okay. Does anyone else have any concerns at all about putting him in the orb, or do we need to do anything else? Which, by the way, I'm fine with, breaking all the limbs, doing all that, and then putting him in the orb. So I'm good with that.
that's my wife, ladies and gentlemen. Break all the limbs. before we put him in the orb.
Oh, all right. This can be quite simple. If you've taken away his component pouch, did he have a spell book?
Not the one we could find.
I shake him. Does anything fall out?
I
shake him really hard.
Him. A couple of pieces of paper fall. Yes, those would be it. If you dispatch him of those and his spell components and anything else that he had on him, it should be safe to put him in. He won't be able to do anything but cantrips, and those will not have any. They probably will not hurt your orb, so you should be pretty safe. And he'll be relatively nice, because if he tries to break out, you'll probably damage him with the necrotic damage. So I would say it's a safe bet.
And just out of curiosity, does anyone want to go into the orb just to see what it's like before we put him in there?
Yeah, I'll go in.
All right. I touch X with the Pokeball.
Okay. Are you going to resist or just?
No, I'm completely 100% willing. I trust my friends.
So as soon as it touches your skin, your vision kind of fades, and you watch yourself just like, it's kind of weird, like almost like a swirl, as your world just kind of swirls, and then you find yourself looking from inside this orb, and it's kind of odd. There's a actual like floor, and as you kind of look behind you, it's stone all the way up in the dome structure, but in front of you is almost kind of like a glass, and you can see out, and you can see as Anna holds up the orb, you can kind of see Chad and Zinies, and you can kind of see out and see people, but you can't really hear anything. But it's pretty solid, and you feel the air is cool. You can breathe just fine.
Okay, for science, I cast Flame Strike as far away from me as possible.
What's the range on that? Like how big? You can do it 60 feet.
Yeah.
But how big is it?
Probably big. 20 feet, isn't it? I'm looking.
Also, Anna, tap on it.
No.
Oh, you can't do that, can you? Tap on it with something.
Okay.
Just tap on it with a dagger or something.
There's enough room you wouldn't be in the blast.
Just so you can see if you can hear it. Not with your finger.
Do I hear this loud coo 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 when she's tapping on it?
No, you don't hear anything.
Okay,
but
good.
You do see this finger just tapping on the screen.
Not a finger. We established it was not a finger. It was a dagger or something. She didn't touch it with her skin.
Yeah. Well, she can. She's attuned to it. No one else can. If someone else does, it's bad news bears. Okay. You watch as part of the wall starts to char and take fire damage. It is stone, but it seems to take a little bit.
But there's no deformities in the structure or anything of that nature?
Not currently.
Okay, well then I'll sit here and meditate until they let me back out.
So how long do you guys wait until you let him out?
Somebody talking to the ring. See if he can hear you.
So and I've never asked. So when I look,
nothing.
When I look at the orb, can I see into it?
No, it just appears to be a glass orb.
Oh, so I could take my shirt off too?
No.
Let's go streaking!
I don't know if Zan's ready to come out yet.
What happens if you shake it like a snow globe?
For science, what happens, Boom?
For science, Boom!
I love that 42 episodes later, you guys are just now deciding to figure all this out. I love it. Nothing. Zan, you see motion, but you feel just fine.
Cool.
So how long do you think we should let him explore, guys. How much time do you think he'll need?
Boom. It kind of feels like a tiny hut would, right? Zan would be familiar with this kind of. It kind of just
Kind
creates
of.
a little area of security, basically.
It's bigger than a tiny hut, but it does feel like that. Like there's nowhere
Okay.
to go. It's almost just its own little circular room, and
Okay.
you kind of walk the perimeter a couple of times. There's no door. There's no cracks. There's no way to get out.
A self-induced folded dimension of time and space.
Before we do anything, I want to ask the guy a question. Do you have any more magical things on you?
Okay, we need to ungag him.
Give me one of these or one of these. Okay. Untie me. I got him. I'm gripping him, but untie me. So I'm sure they untie me. And then I hold him out. And just before she touches him with the Pokeball, I watch. As it's about to hit him, I just let go.
Okay. So you touch him. And as you touch it against him, nothing happens.
I grab him again.
But okay,
Right, make
because
an athletics check.
hang on, because nothing happens, that means X doesn't come out either then, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to have, and I would have done this. I'm going to get
He saved
X
the
out of
DC.
it first.
Okay.
I think I gripped him pretty well.
Yeah, you have him again. Yeah. So
So I have X out. So I
yeah,
say
Zan
X.
Falcon, you feel this pull and you're outside the orb.
Can we tell him to do things and he does them?
As long as it doesn't cause him self-harm, in which that would lead to his early demise.
Okay, tell him not to save against this.
Will
Just let it happen.
Yeah, we'll only get captured.
Okay.
We do it again.
And X, everything's okay. You feel that that's a good place for him?
Oh yeah, it's fine in there. It's great.
All right. So I touch him again.
Okay. Does the orb say anything about? I don't think it does. Your orb does it? Does it say anything about once they save? I'm guessing I didn't write it that way because some things are written if you save from something, you can't be used by them for another 24 hours. But I don't think we wrote it that way.
You never wrote that to me when you gave it to me.
Okay.
And
So-
really, there's no description. All it says is,
Well, I was young, so I believe it.
Yeah.
At the
wait a minute.
At the bottom, it just says you got to catch them all.
He was a much greener DM back then.
Why does it say up to 2 creatures within 5 feet?
I don't know. That's not right.
That's what it says in the description.
Well,
Shouldn't have
someone probably messed that up. Boom da ba. Where
Gosh, young Boom, how dare you make a mistake?
Where is this?
It was something that I think you had texted me a long time ago.
Sounds like me. Okay. For now, though, go ahead and so you put it up to him again. He does not resist, and so he is pulled into the orb.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we've got that sorted, for now, what would be our next course of action? I mean, we are currently trying to find and fight them, but they are running us a bit thin.
Well, we
Did
should
you-
share the location of the tower with the keepers, even though they're.
Oh, we know where it is. We found it. We can't
Oh.
get close.
Why not?
There's too many of them, and they have magical barriers up to keep us from getting.
So
It's war out there.
you popped over here, right? Because your alarm went off. Can you
Yes.
just pop us back to the front lines with you? We'll go ahead and take care of this problem.
Wait a minute. I think you guys were spending a lot of spell slots there with your religiousing and rehealing.
Oh yeah,
and-
no. We can rest first. I'm just saying. Was just asking for
Might be a good idea for me to get my anger under control for tomorrow too. You know what I mean?
You might need that anger.
I am going to have to. I only came over to figure out how to. Well, now I have the wall to figure out, but I came over to make sure nothing was stolen since we do have a breach. So I wasn't planning on going back.
Maybe in the morning you'll go back.
Depends on where I can get with the wall.
So basically, what you're telling us is that we didn't get any information from him that you didn't already know but didn't give us.
I knew nothing about the tower, and
You said you knew exactly where the tower is.
no, I do. I didn't know about passwords or anything. We hadn't gotten in. You're acting like you could walk up right to the tower and get into it. I'm telling you that that's not a possibility. So knowing that there's a password is good information to have, but we have a couple of steps to get to that point.
But we know what the password is today. We don't know what the password is tomorrow.
Right.
What time of the day is it?
At this point, it's probably 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
So we would have time to rest and then go back out.
That's true.
And we could use the password of today to gain entrance.
I'm telling you that it is going to be very difficult to get into that tower today,
Even with the password.
even with the password.
Well, it's not going to get any easier tomorrow.
Well,
I agree.
Because you said they have fields, right?
Yes,
What if we go under?
it's possible.
I need to talk to Philip for a second.
So this is not going to be something we're going to do today.
Well, I just need to talk to him about a couple things that I have.
Like you said too, some of us are spent our major spell slots.
Well, then why
Right.
don't we go to the Crazy Wisp? We rest for a little bit long enough to get our bearing, and then come back and see how the tower that has a hole in it's doing, and then make our decision. And if we embark today, while we still know the password, or leave it up to chance and go at another time, in which it'd even be more difficult. Plus, I got to buy a new pair of pants. All you see is Zan with a girdle belt on, like a chastity lock girdle belt, though, like metallic with a big log on it. It's like, and it's got etched in the front, "I'm saving myself for Una."
Just the look on Boom's face when he finally realized what you said.
It's funny how it just doesn't phase us. We're used to it by now.
Yeah, the rest of us were like, oh, yeah, that's normal.
Oh, that's Zan, yeah.
I will tell you that if you would like to go this evening, I can take you. But it will all depend on if I can get this wall fixed up so that we will not have to
Oh, kitty.
worry about any more breaches.
Is that the unnamed kitty? Aw,
That's
hi,
a pretty
Wiggy.
kitty.
Hi, Wiggy. That's Wigfrid, guys.
He looks extremely happy to be held up like that.
No, he's confused. Well, there she goes. She found her way down. She's gained probably 2 pounds over the last month. She's doing so much better. Like, she was literally skin and bones. Like, her chest, like, poked out like a hard bone, like, because she was so emaciated. And her hips, all you saw was like hips and a bunch of fur, and there was like no kind of weight really on it. She was like 2 pounds, barely over 2 pounds when we saved her. But she looks like she's doing pretty good.
Maybe perhaps if Chad could talk to Philip or use
We're going to rest at the Wisp anyway, right?
use some supplies from the Wisp to help build this wall back up.
There was a problem with the portal. Oh no, that was the big chest. We can help you with the supplies for.
I can take care of the wall. I just can't do it until tomorrow morning.
Okay. We'll be back.
All right. Yes, depending on my illusion will hold up for now, but just come and tell me what your plans are, and I will alert the other keepers.
Why don't we put guards on it?
Really don't need them poking into our business. I trust them. Don't take me wrong that I don't, but if the guards were in charge of keeping what we have here safe, it would not be a good day.
I want to whisper to Zan that when he gets a chance, he should probably find a way upstairs and read all the books.
Yeah, I know, right?
All of them.
I'll tell him we'll be at the Crazy Wisp.
Very well.
And I coil up the ropes and I reattach them to my belt, and then head towards the wisp.
Okay. So if you guys don't have anything else, you are escorted up the stairs and out the front door to do with the rest of the afternoon as you would like, and the door is shut behind you.
Well, Zines is in some desperate need of some Tylenol and some rest.
Yeah. I say to rest long enough to get spell slots back and get everybody feeling a wee bit better.
Hey, Zan,
Yeah.
do you have 10 spell slots worth of levels to charge into my staff? I just need 10.
Oh yeah, I'll give you 10.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got 10. I've got 12.
I approach Philip and let him know I have a priority identification situation.
Okay, so you make it back to the Crazy Wisp. There are a couple of people that are perusing and browsing, but you take Philip back to the back for a second. Yes?
I will ask Chad to have his people look at the staff that we recovered from the one guy to ascertain whether it's magical or enchanted or cursed.
Okay. Yes, Master Chad, what can I help you with?
I have some items that I need identified, and it's
all right.
Expeditiously.
Bjorn should be able to do that. What do you have?
I'm going to need DM remembrance, but I have a crest of the Beowulf,
yes.
a cloak of Beowulf, and I don't remember what else off the top of my brain.
He left a rapier.
And the rapier. I'd like those identified immediately.
Okay. Come with me. He kind of walks back to the back room. Yes? Master Chad for you. Busy. You can't be that busy. We just need a few 3-4 moments of your time. Minutes of your time. He gets finicky about the timing. The door opens. There stands Bjorn. Ah, yes. Sorry. Busy. What can I do?
I need these identified immediately, please. There's a great threat going on right now.
Yes, will do. He takes them, shuts the door. About 4 minutes pass, opens the door. Did these quick. You're welcome. Gives them back to you. Hands you the crest. Not magical. Hands you the rapier. Nice. Not really magical. Sort of, kind of. I don't know. Actually, I need to look at his. Thought it wasn't, but it might be. Let's find him here. Mr. Beowulf.
Can you put in there a note from us?
Sure. I don't know if he'll see it, but yeah. Oh, you do have the scroll. Who has the scroll? He gave you the scroll. Okay.
He didn't give us the scroll. I took it from the
Oh, that's right.
compartment of his sword.
That's right.
Do you know what that is? I'm trying to find something that might give us an in into the dark mage thing because his masters were the dark mages.
Gotcha. Yeah, his rapier is not magical. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong Beowulf. Oh wait,
It would make sense. He never
his
used
rapier
it.
is magical. It's a +1. His crest is not, and I don't know what cloak you're talking about. If it's just his cloak, the answer is no.
I'll have to watch the video again to make sure. Well, I mean, I'll have to look into my remembering stones later to remember what it was that he handed me.
So I believe just the rapier would be magical.
Okay, so nothing looks dark magey. That's a shame. Okay. Anybody good with disguises? Can we disguise ourselves as dark mages?
I don't have my disguise kit anymore.
Just walk around going, carrot, carrot, carrot.
No, do the
Anything-
fake sneeze carrot or the fake cough carrot. Carrot!
Anything else I can do for you, sir?
Thank you, Bjorn.
All right,
please.
just the
So
door.
what about my stuff?
Yeah, there's that staff. Yeah, I would have done that too.
Bjorn,
This
I
one will
have a
take
question.
10 minutes. Shuts the door. 10 minutes later. Not magical. Shuts the door.
Did you have something, Anna? What?
Yeah, I had a question for him.
For who?
Bjorn,
All right.
I said, Bjorn, I have a question. um, is there some kind of magic that can be applied to a physical thing that could block the magic of someone else? So, for example, I know there's a spell that what was it called? Because he used it on.
Anti-magic field.
No. The one that put your magic back at you. The guy that died did it.
Oh, counterspell?
That one. Either a counter spell or a dispel magic kind of thing. I'm not I'm a ranger, but if I can cancel out someone's magic, that would be awesome. Is there anything that can be put, any kind of enchantment that can be put on an object that would allow me to do that?
Could potentially make a counterspell wand or a dispel magic thing. It would take some time. Like weeks time to make that from scratch. It would be expensive, but it's possible. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I doubt that we're going to have all these dark mages all wrapped up and taken care of in a matter of weeks. So it might be
Sure.
beneficial to do.
I can start on it then, and I'll tell Chad how much it's going to be, and we'll work from there. Sure.
If you can put it on one thing, would it be that much more money again to do it again? Or once you figured out how to do it, for example, what if all of us had something like that and we could dispel the magic of, at least 4 dark mages that we encounter?
Depending on how I decide to if I'm making a wand, the wand will probably have charges. You'll have so many charges per day. But if you're not a spellcaster, using the wand is going to be kind of tricky. I could give you an object that just would allow it to do it once per day. That's going to be tricky as well. I could make them for all of you, but that's we're talking months now, not weeks,
Well, no.
months.
Well, no. She was just saying that after you figured out how to do it in one object, is it now quicker to do it to replicate it on other objects? Once you
after you got the tooling done, it's just a matter of pushing the button again, and it pops another one out.
No, it doesn't work like that. Quite. No, it's
When I make the JavaScript, then I can just copy it to another page and maybe change a word or two or a label or two, and then it works over there.
that
too.
is not how magic works, lady. I'm sorry, it is not.
That's all she wanted to know. That was it.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that that's not how it works. I'm really
Chad,
busy.
Are you sure that you've got somebody competent working here?
I'm fine.
I have a lot of trust in Bjorn.
He is. Have I told you about his weird habit? I did. He's very oddly yeah. He's a weird one, but he gets the job done.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be fine. While you had a moment, I have not received anything back from the Wisp. I sent it as soon as I could this morning. Could you take a look at our portal again? We heard something this morning after you left, and we're kind of concerned about it.
What did you hear?
I think we should talk downstairs, everyone.
Is there a
But
dinosaur in the basement?
Was it an explosion? Because that wasn't here.
we did hear the explosion, but right after you left, there was a roar. But it's not like a normal roar, like from a lion or something. It was like
I think you're right.
1,000 screams at the same time, as a cacophony of almost terror and demise. It's the only way I can describe it.
Let's go to the basement.
Guys, we got a T-Rex. Okay, let's go downstairs.
Let's all go to the basement. Let's all go to the basement.
You guys up for a fight? Because we're going to probably fight, so...
So he takes you down to the basement, and you can see now that that's not good. As soon as Philip hits the bottom of the stairs, you can see now that the portal that sits about, head height high and is supported by the 4 pillars with the orbs at the top and this shifting portal. Chad, when you came down here last night, had probably 100 or so leaves on the ground. There is now a tree branch sticking down through the portal, jamming into the floor, and what seems like twigs and debris and a few rocks and dirt that has fell through the portal and is starting to come through. That was not there this morning. That's not good.
Has the sound of washing dishes been there all day too?
Oddly, no, it hasn't. I'll go check it out. And Philip starts to move closer to the portal. He gets probably about 5 feet.
Wait, no, come back.
All right. He kind of backs up.
If we wait just a little bit, I can speak with this branch and these plants.
I don't want you getting sucked in there, Phil. It's, OSHA requires you to stay back 15 feet. Don't get too close.
Yes, all right.
Just for funsies, I'm going to take out a copper piece and just kind of throw it towards it and see what happens to the copper piece.
You're throwing it like at the portal?
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's
See,
why we don't get close.
That could have been you. So
all right. I'm just telling you, these trees were not here this morning. We heard the loud roar, and then I came down. It was fine, and then now it's like it is.
So, okay, is the tree moving, or is it just like a branch coming through the portal?
Like a tree trunk coming through the portal.
How big of a tree trunk?
Can I identify what type of tree this might possibly be?
Like 1.5 to 2 foot. Type of tree? Make a nature check.
Basically, if it's essentially from our plane of existence or from the Feywild or something.
Okay.
16?
I mean, it looks oaky, but when you've looked through the portal, this tree does resemble the trees that you've seen on the Beastland Plain through the other portals that have been around the wilderness as you guys have been traveling.
Are you sure it's an oak tree and not an ash tree? Just wondering.
It looks oaky.
So not as pretty as an ash tree. Okay.
Not as pretty as an ash tree. Ash trees are very nice and they look good and they're excellent trees and awesome people if they were trees. But
right.
No, it's definitely an oak tree.
Is it flammable?
It appears flammable.
Can you remind me how big this room is?
This room is, the portal itself is like, it has like it's like a 10 in diameter. So this room is probably like 50 long by 25 wide feet. It takes up a good section of the far side. You come down the stairs, the portal's at the far side, and then you have your box of goodies and stuff like in the workbench and stuff.
How far is the tree sticking out? The trunk.
It's like jamming into the ground. So like the portal stands like, probably your like shoulder height, but it's coming down. So there's nothing on top, but it's coming down through it from the underside.
Okay. I was going to try to pull the tree through, but it sounds like it's embedded inside the foundation. Or is it resting on there?
It seems to be pretty well resting through the portal.
It doesn't look like I could probably grab it though without getting sucked into the portal, right?
Well, the copper piece didn't get sucked in. Like, you threw it and it went through.
What happens if I take another copper piece and just kind of toss it under the portal to where the tree trunk is growing into the ground?
Oh, it just stays right in the dirt.
I'm going to take my 50-foot rope, tie myself off, and hand the other end to Zinies, and then try to grab this tree trunk and see what happens if I can move it.
Okay. So as you tie yourself off and you go closer, as you're kind of getting near the portal, you're going to have to stand by the tree. You're going to have to stick your head through the portal.
Zinies, you're holding a rope that's tied to me, just so you know.
I'm going to turn into an earth elemental then.
Okay.
Make sure I can pull him or support him, since there's a big weight class difference there.
I'm going to poke my head in and look.
Okay. So you duck under and poke your head. This portal is like on the ground. So as you poke your head up, about 1.5 feet of you is now sticking up through the ground. And you can see that a portion of this tree has fallen and has come to rest through this portal. And you just make a perception check. So the sky here is a very nice blue. There's not a cloud in the sky. And as you look, as soon as you pop your head up, you just see this wave of destruction. And there is this large path of trees in this forest. You can hear no birds chirping. All you hear is the distant sound of like a waterfall. But a large path of trees has just been mowed down. And as you kind of look the other way, you don't see it going in the same direction, but as you kind of turn your head, it looks like there was a arc that had been made. Not like a perfect circle, but whatever made this mass of trees was running in a certain direction. And this tree has just fallen in and came through the portal.
How much tree is on top?
10 to 12 feet.
So, can I reach down to my feet area where the tree is and
like push it out?
Get it out of the portal?
You can try.
I try.
Okay. Make a strength check. 21. You get like halfway and you start to feel the weight come down on you. You're either going to need help or it's going to be too heavy for you by yourself.
I don't want to just lift it up. I just kind of want to tilt it so it falls out. It falls back into its plane.
Sure.
So,
well, you've got it up, but it's
not going to tilt it.
It's stuck right now. You've got to either move it forward with some help so that the gravity will take over, or it's going to come back down. You're like halfway there.
I squat down a little bit so my mouth is out of the portal, and I say, "Little help, just a little help."
Can I come and assist you, sir?
Sure, Philip. Sure. Are you strong?
I'll do my best.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and roll with advantage. Another strength check. And very nice. So with Philip's help, you guys move the tree just enough so that it's not getting caught anymore on the portal, and it lifts up and clears your basement. So there's still leaves and debris on the floor and some rocks and dirt, but for the most part now you have a portion of tree that is over the portal.
Okay. Philip, you go back first, and then I'll follow you.
He backs up.
I back up.
What did you see?
There's... Okay, let me get some clarification. You said destruction. There wasn't like fire destruction. It was just like knocked over stuff, right? Like something big
just like
ran through there?
a large path of the forest has been completely like something came through here.
So I tell them that, and I say, Enna, what is the capacity on the Pokeball? How big of a creature can you put in there? Because I got an idea about these dark mages.
Are you looking at me because you don't know the answer? Oh, it's a medium creature.
Oh, that's a shame, because that would have been really super funny. Show up to the dark mages with a T-Rex and a Pokeball and just like, here you go, deal with this, and then we distract them with that. But no, okay. Keep an eye on it, Philip. Just let me know if anything else happens, and we'll go from there.
All right.
I think we should... we're going to go up and rest, because we had a big day. You guys doing all right?
Us? Splendid. We're doing, except
Sweet.
for the roaring and the portal issues. We're fine. We are doing our best with what we have because there's no more items coming out of the portal currently. So we are doing our best. Yes, we're doing fine. We will do what we can, and hopefully you can take care of any saving of citizens or people that you are doing.
If you have to buy items instead of getting them from the portal, do that. Enchant them, mark it up 10% because you had to purchase the stuff, and yeah, you just continue being the awesome guy you are. Right, and I suggest that once we're all out of here, close the door to the top of the stairs and maybe lock it, and just
I will do that. Yes.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Very well. Very well.
Anybody else want to have a rest before whatever happens next week, probably?
Yeah, because I need Zinnies is gonna need some Tylenol and some rest.
So we're gonna rest long enough to get all cell spots and to feel better, and then we're gonna poop over there, and then poof, and then go hiya, and win the day.
Yeah.
Win the day or die trying.
Hey, that's the way to be a Gradian.
All right. So as you guys prepare yourself for a good evening's rest to take on the whatever awaits you with the Dark Mages tomorrow, we will call it a session for now and come back to this next time that we play.
I'm so excited for a TPK. Let's go.
Thank you guys for watching.